Welcome back, everyone, to Behind the Barn. Today's episode is going to be a good one, I feel like. Starting it off with spring is coming quick. According to the Masonette, the soil temps are about a month ahead of schedule. Usually they're not hitting the temps they are now, which is 55 degrees right here in my location. They usually don't hit that until middle to near the end of March. So I could be planting corn here as soon as this weekend. Excuse me. Yeah, it's sneaking up on me fast, and it's actually coming a lot faster than I was expecting. So, was able to get the planter tested a little bit. Just not dropping corn, but just pulling it and got it behind the H to see how it does. Got a couple of bugs I got to work out, which isn't quite video worthy, but I will touch on it here in the next couple of videos. I got the cornfield plowed, which that'll be Thursday's video, which you'll see here Thursday. Let's see what else. But yeah, that's about it. So on to the topic of the episode. Are we on the verge of another farm crisis? I hope not. But looking at some of the prices and everything over the last 50 or so years, the average seed corn price in the 70s was $20 to $30 per bag, which is a 60-pound bag, 1 bushel a bag. And the average price per bushel after harvest was anywhere from $2 to $3 a bushel. And today, that same bag of seed is going to cost you anywhere from $200 to $400. And the average bushel price, as I checked the market today, was at $4.31 a bushel. So it's only gone up. It's a little over $1, and the seed price has went up a lot. So it's kind of forcing farmers to cut costs, shortcut. And that sounds bad. Don't mean it, but unfortunately, they're having to do things they typically wouldn't do to save as much potential profit as they possibly can. Which that's anybody if you understand it. But fuel costs, in average for the 1970s, was 35 cents a gallon. Today, it's $2.39 a gallon for gasoline, both of those being gasoline. So yeah, it's cost versus profit is not as good as it used to be. And it wasn't great then either. But another thing that we really have more now than we did then was middlemen, wholesalers, and distributors. So the really only way to combat that is to support local. Go to your local farmers and ranchers and try to buy directly from the source. I know that's not possible with everything, but the more you can do that, the better it's going to help the farmer, the better it's going to help yourself as well, because you're not having to give extra money to help pay a distributor or a wholesaler. So hit up your local farmers markets. Ask around and find a local rancher that is willing to go in on half a beef or a hog or something like that. Because that really helps the farmer out, and it helps save you money as well. Supporting local and small farms is really beneficial to everybody. And I've actually seen there's actually starting to be more and more of these small local farms, local producers, which us being one of them. I don't want to go really into any more details because then it's going to get political, and I'm trying not to make this channel a political channel. I want this to be politics free as much as I possibly can, just because I don't want to be drawn into the ick of politics, because it's just a argument that's never settled. So, which kind of brings us into our final segment, is our questions. And we got 3 questions today. Question number 1 is, how big is the farm? Well, the farm is roughly 10 acres. 2.5 acres of that is a pond. Probably about another 2 acres of that is wooded area. And about 2 acres of that is already plowed right now. Either has crop in it or is fixing to have crops in it. Of usable crop space, I have maybe 4 acres of usable farmland that's not on a steep slope, that's actually flat or relatively flat farm ground. Ideally, we want to grow bigger. Ideally, if we can get up to, we're farming 10 to 15 acres, that would be awesome. And maybe a few years down the road, be able to have the infrastructure and the knowledge to actually start doing some livestock, so maybe some pigs or some chickens. Don't really want to touch on cattle because I grew up with cattle and I've gotten burnt out on it. So not really going to touch on that one. Which brings us to question number 2. Would I ever consider speaking to a VOAG class? Yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to be able to share my knowledge of not only the history, but what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and how a small farm, if done correctly, can still be profitable. And I'd love to share that. Unfortunately, locally at least, our ag programs have kind of gone away from teaching about the raising of crops, because you have to be so large to really turn a profit. Most of it's all showing pigs, goats, sheep, cattle, livestock. And nothing against that. I think these kids doing this show, it teaches them skills that they can almost apply to any other form of life once they become adults and then out into the real world. It teaches them skills that a lot of people, grown people, don't have today. And unfortunately, I see that almost every day. So, but yeah, if you'd like me to come speak to your FFA or 4-H program, best way to reach me is go down to the link down below to the Facebook page and shoot me a message there. We'll try to get in touch and see if we can schedule me to come and speak. I'd love to kind of share my knowledge of what I know and maybe learn something from your class as well. To go ahead and wrap things up with question number 3, can I do another video of the vintage sprint car or public appearance? That video didn't really get many views, so I really didn't think much on it. But yeah, there was some stuff I was planning on doing to it here in the next couple of months. Just finishing up some projects on it that I wanted to do that just never got around to doing it, and also getting it back running again. Hopefully I'll get the parts ordered here in the next month or so to get that fixed and back working again. And as public appearance wise, I don't know if it's going to make it to Pawnee for the show in May. Usually that's going to be weather permitting, and also depends on what else I got going on around that time. End of April, beginning of May is going to be really busy for me, so I don't know if I'll have time to be able to get it there or not. But I do have it promised to go to the Shawnee Heritage Festival, Farm Heritage Festival in Shawnee, Oklahoma in June. I don't have the dates listed here on my notes, but that is in June. And I'll try to share the flyer to that on the Facebook page. So if you want to go see that, go check out the Facebook page and follow the Facebook page, because I do post quite a bit on there as well. Kind of what I've been reading, just kind of hope you're looking at it, is a original owner's manual for the cultivator for the H. John Deere that I bought. Been reading through this, and this has really helped me a lot get the cultivator put on the H and set up and adjusted. So that'll be coming out here in a couple of weeks of the cultivator being on the H. So be looking for that one. So if you like today's episode and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you get notifications every time I upload a video. As always, I'd like to thank y'all for watching, and we'll see y'all Thursday. Take care.